Holy cow. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. We did it. I mean, you did it. I didn't do anything.
You set everything up.
Well, that's why I'm tired, but yes. So today, I set Tabletop back up. Tabletop is back! Kind of. We didn't do a tabletop stream today, but I did get all of the stuff in the dining room set up for tabletop mostly, and I'll talk about what is missing and why I'm a little mad. But I got everything set up, and the reason I set it up today is because, for one, it needed done. Number two, Mao was doing a stream today, and Mao wanted to do art, and setting up her studio was not possible because there's still some stuff left to get, and that's going to be a little more involved. So instead, we set up Tabletop, and Mao did a painting. Look at that. Came out really good. Very nice, Mao.
Thank you.
It's been a while since you painted.
Yeah.
Was it fun to get back to it?
It was fun.
Yeah.
It's interesting to do it live. I mean, I've done it live for Coliseum, but that's
A very different experience.
a circus.
Yeah, I'm really curious what your thoughts are, because you've literally never painted.
I'd prefer to be at the easel.
Sure.
In the studio where I have everything I could need at my fingertips and not be like, oh shoot, where's the thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I did a pretty good job, I think, of getting the things I needed.
I mean, it looks really, really incredible. I think you did a really good job.
Oh, I meant to put trees. Oh, that's fine. You can't.
You also did, you did that in under 2 hours.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. It's also very different, I'm sure, because, your paintings historically have taken much longer because they are much bigger.
Yeah.
So,
and they're more detailed and
they're more detailed. So I'm sure just the idea of doing it in 2 hours was different.
Mm-hmm. It was fun. It's pretty colors and I like it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good work.
Thanks.
So, oh my God, sorry. Yeah.
What?
It's not you. It's the limitations of the phone. Sometimes it's like, It's fine. Anyway, yeah. So that was Mal's part. Mal's part was actually doing the stream. I was around. I actually spent the entire stream off camera. So if Mal needed anything, I could get it, and I could also just be there for moral support. I had some work to do, so I was doing some research on some stuff I need to figure out on my phone. I spent most of today doing this. It took way longer than I thought it would take. Even though the stuff was physically up, cabling everything took a long time. And then also I readjusted the truss in a way that I didn't think I would end up doing, but it did. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, what I did, why I did it, and what's still left to do. So we have this table, which, we had been using a different table. We'd been using a folding table, but now we have a somewhat nicer table from IKEA. And the truss in the past has been directly above it, and that's because the camera was facing straight down, which makes sense. However, if I had the truss directly over the table, then either the table has to go up or the truss has to come down. And the problem is, this is how you get in and out of this area, and I didn't want people to trip over this. And this is already not great. It's covering up half of the area, and I'm going to do something about that. I'm going to put some orange duct tape on that leg, and then also on the other side of this curtain, I'm going to put orange duct tape and put warning or something, I don't know, because I don't want people to trip over this, but this was the best I could do. The truss is not all the way here, it's not directly over it. Instead, I have it at an angle, and I have things pointed. And this is fine. Watch your head. Watch your head. You're not even supposed to go out that way. The point is to not go that way. The point is to go this way.
You're in the way.
Anyway, yeah, so we still will have a close-up camera up here, and that's good, but it's not directly overhead, and that there's that leads to like some problems, but it's not really that bad. The microphones are a little bit further away than they used to be. And the biggest thing is like, more than ever, especially with the mics further away, I really need to kill the reverb in this room. I never got around to killing the reverb in the last house. Never worked on it. There was too many other things to do. I never dealt with it. And this time around, I really want to deal with it. We dealt with it a little bit by getting a rug in here. It's not a really plush rug, but it's a rug, so it helps a little bit because otherwise it's hardwood. The next step that I wanted to do was actually put up curtains. And you can see that this one actually stuck up, which is great. I had, before stream, I'm gonna go this way, but I know to duck really far. I had this stupid thing up. This, I had stretched across here. It's 2 curtains, and it fell. I had it all set.
The hooks that were there before we moved in are the only ones that stayed.
I had put, there were 2 hooks that were already here before we moved in. Those are still up, but I put up other hooks and they did not stay, and I'm so mad about it. But there's nothing I can do. Like they didn't stick, and I think it's because the command hooks that we have are old, like really old. So they're not staying there, and it really sucks, but there's not a whole lot I can do. So that happened, like it all fell like 2 minutes before we went live. I had it all set up and I was like, this is great. But then it fell. So I'm gonna put up nails. That's gonna be what happens after I'm done with this with the vlog. I'm gonna put up nails so I can just have this up. And it does separate the room out, which is nice, but the real reason is that it will be a soft surface that will catch the sound a little bit better. Because right now the sound can come in here and continue to echo, and this will make it a smaller space that has a softer material. That will also help. However, we need to go even further in order to dampen the sound in this room and kill off more of the reverb. So we're going to be looking into doing something on the walls. I don't know exactly what. Acoustic paneling would be probably the most visually pleasant. Haley has told me that I think she has experience making it. I think she's made some before, and she would be like, yeah, well, we can make more. You can also do like acoustic foam, but paneling would look better and honestly performs better too. So we will probably go that route. Anyway, my goal is to get this room not echoey at all. And it sounded a lot better when this was up. I can't really emulate that very well, but it did. So it'll get better once I get some nails up. But at least this is done. And like I said before, we can do tabletop again, which is good. But the primary purpose is just so it's accessible to whoever, whether it's us doing tabletop or if Mal wants to come in here and do a stream, which, obviously today she did. It's nice to have it done. It's really nice to have it done. And I think that this solution worked out, having things angled toward the table. I think that that's probably good. The other thing is that the way that I have it set up is that the microphones and stuff are not in the shot, which it used to be. In the old place, it actually did. It used to be in the shot. So this is an improvement. So I'm happy about that. It's just nice to have this room set up. And like I said, there's more to do, but we can do tabletop stuff again. I'm excited. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else to say. I literally spent the entire day doing this in a way that surprised even me, but I had to move. I did all of this myself, and I moved things by myself, and some of it's very hard to do. Like if I'm going to move the truss, I have to move one C-stand at a time, and if I have to raise it or lower it, I have to move it one thing at a time and then go to the other side of the room. So by the time I got all that done and wired it, it took a while, but it's done. I also had to do the software side because I needed all of Mal's streaming stuff on this computer because this is the tabletop computer, and I needed to make sure that was running too, but it's all set up now, and I'm just really glad that it is because it's been kind of a thorn in my side for a while. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm sure folks are interested to know when the tabletop streams will be back, and I don't have an ETA for that, but There's literally nothing in our way at this point other than like scheduling conflicts and making sure that we can do that. But I am going to be continuing to work on just dampening the room so the reverb in here is not so bad, because that's been just such a huge pet peeve of mine, and I really want to solve it. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?